What's up, y'all? I'm Vasili Zimmerman, and I am here chatting with Milky. There's a lot more genre in the album. There's some pop influences, there's some rock, there's more of music that was like when I started doing music. There's all sorts of music. If you liked what I was doing when I first started doing music, you're gonna like some of the songs on there. If you wanna hear some new stuff by me, you're also gonna like that stuff. But if you like the Fall in Love, the Rock and Hard Place vibes, you're also gonna get more of that. So it's kind of all over the place, and that's why I did it that way, is because I wanted to give music to everybody. I wanted to make sure everybody could listen to the album. So if you don't like this song, you may like that song. So yeah. Well, heartbreak is the number one thing. Every song is about what I've been through and things that, I've personally experienced in my life. Just because when I went through what I went through, I always said, man, I wish I had a song that said this. I wish I had a song that talked about what I was going through. So when I wrote these songs, I didn't write all of them, but when I was writing most of these songs, I tried to really tap into what I was feeling at a certain point in my life and tried to write to that. So maybe the people that experienced the same thing as I did can relate to those songs and it can help them. I guess just writing songs. I always say that I never try to write a country song and I never try to write a pop song or a rock song. I just write a song and then what it comes out to be is what it is. So I've listened to all kinds of music. I love Justin Bieber, but I also love Metallica, but I also love Tesla and Pop Evil and rock bands and pop bands. I love all types of music. So I guess when I did go to write the poppier stuff, it kind of came natural because I love listening to it as well. So it was fun to kind of get to venture out of what I'm used to doing and write some of the more poppier stuff, more rock stuff. I guess you would say folky or Americana stuff. So yeah, I've always listened to all types of music. I've never been I love country or I love rock. I just love music. Yeah, some of the songs were just sent to me, and my buddies would send them and be like, hey man, what do you think of this song? And I'd be like, I'm cutting it and it's going on the album. I love that song. And then some of them, most of the time when I'm sitting down to write a song, it's random. I personally hate going at 11 o'clock, you're going to write a song. I don't like that because like most of the time it's like 9 a.m. in the shower, I get this melody idea and then I go out and I call, Heath Warren or one of the other writers or somebody and I'll go, hey, come over to the house. I've got this idea. We need to write it right now. So they'll just come over. So I just sit down with a guitar or I'll be sitting watching TV and think, oh, here's an idea. So it's so random. The writing process is very random for me. It can be any time of the night or day, and I just do it when I feel creatively come along, I guess. All right, 3 songs. I would play them Rock and a Hard Place, of course, and they've never heard my music. Never heard my music? All right, I'm playing them Rock and a Hard Place, Where It Ends, and a song called You Don't Want That Smoke. One of the most memorable moments that I'll probably never forget is when I was playing CMC. We got to the end of the set and played Rock and a Hard Place, and I couldn't hear myself in my ears because they were screaming so loud. I've never heard that type of reaction that loud. I've played the song, a lot of shows, and people scream and they love the song, but nothing like Australia did. It was insane. My first ever concert I went to was when I was 8 years old. I begged my mom to take me to a Tesla concert because I love Tesla. It's still to this day, me and Jeff Keith are like best friends. I love him. I love his band. And I've jammed them since I was like 3 years old. So Tesla would be one of them. Nickelback, very easy. Nickelback is one of the greatest bands of all time. I mean, from Burn It to the Ground to How You Remind Me to Rockstar, they're just like such a badass band. So Nickelback would be one of them for sure. And then country would have to be Morgan Wallen, just because I remember listening to Up Down when I turned 16, and it was just like in the boats, in the truck, when you were sad, you listened to Up Down. When you were drinking, you listened to Up Down. He's just been such a big part of my life that I feel like he's influenced me a lot, So my 3 would be Nah, I'm gonna add another one. Craig Morgan. Because Craig Morgan my dad hauled cars across the U.S. That's what he did for a living, and I would go with him a lot. And he wasn't super into music. He just would listen to the radio. But I remember him, the only time that he would ever like crank a song up was when Wake Up Loving You by Craig Morgan came on because of the alarm clock. It was like, at the beginning of the song, he'd be like, man, I love this song. So that's kind of what introduced me to country was Craig Morgan. So I would say for the rock stuff, it would be Tesla and Nickelback and Hinder and Blink-182 and all those bands. But then for country, it would be like Morgan Wallen and Craig Morgan and Hardy. Hardy is a big influence to me too because the first time I ever got COVID was, that's the first time I ever heard Hardy, and it was Boots by Hardy. So yeah. A lot of influences for sure. Man, Morgan Wallen's Dangerous, the double album, that I listened to that over and over and over again just from the time it got released. Still to this day, I listen to that album. So Dangerous, the double album has taken up a lot of my life. Honestly, I'm thinking, holy crap, okay, breathe, you gotta breathe. Okay, what's the next song? Oh crap, okay, what are the lyrics? A lot of stuff, it's just random. There's so many thoughts running through my head, and then all of a sudden I'll stop and I'll look and I'll be like, holy crap, there are so many people. Okay, wait, okay, next song, what's the next song? And then sometimes I'll like forget the words and I'll go over to my guitar, it's like, what are the words? What are the words? So, all kinds of stuff are going through my head when I'm performing. It is like a jungle in there. It's like a circus, like it's just crazy. Backstreet Boy, easily. Man, Miley Cyrus, honestly, because I love her new stuff. She gets up into this range where she sounds like a rocker, and I love when she just like can scream and like it's so powerful. So Miley Cyrus for sure. Man, honestly, Morgan Wallen, he's been through a lot, and watching him be himself and never lose himself through the years has really taught me to always remember where you come from and never sell out to get ahead. Always be yourself, and what's going to happen will happen. So, Morgan Wallen for sure. Chill out, man. Hang out. It's all going to work. Quit overthinking everything, because make the music you love and just trust in that it's going to work out, and quit overthinking everything. You need to just chill out and have a really good time, because you never know when this can end. So chill out, have a really good time. So one night, I'd never really sang before. I'd only sang in the truck, and in the shower. I'd never sang for anybody. And me and my buddy got together. His name's Gavin Lucas. We got together one night, and he said, hey, man, tonight we should try to, like, write a real song. And I was like, okay, I'll try to write a song. I've never tried, but I'll try. And that night we wrote a song called Never Coming Home, and I posted the first verse of it. We took a video just to remember where we were at in the song, so we didn't forget the melody and the lyrics. And then when I went home that night, I asked him if I could post it on TikTok. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, so at 2 o'clock in the morning, a TikTok really shouldn't do anything because of the algorithms and all the stuff. So I was like, hey man, I'm gonna post this. And he was like, okay, well, if it gets any views, maybe we can figure out how to like record it. Because at the time, we didn't know you could go to a studio and pay somebody to record your song. So overnight, it just blew up. And the next morning, I like quit my job and decided to really chase this whole artist thing. I had never thought about being a singer in my life, and just now I'm just this singer that's in Australia.